Now we're just going to have a look at how to get the mount from side control the correct way, and also how to maintain it. Now, first thing I really want to do is make sure I come inside Max's inside arm with my knee. The reason being because if I did everything perfect here and came over here but his knee's still on the inside, as soon as I arrive, he'll put this leg back into his half guard. Then we go, okay. So now I'm actually in half guard, which is worse than side control for me. So I prefer not to mount if I have to give him the opportunity to get side half guard, because it's not helping me, it's not progressing my position. I need to progress my position. So the first thing I want to do here, like this, and we can use one of the other ones that we did before, which is good, because it turns and helps me get his elbow out. So let's get here like this, lean forward, and I'm right inside his arm here now like this. Now I don't really need to have this now, because I don't want his knees higher, because I want to mount, so I want them lower. So now what I do here, I keep nice and tight, this with my knee behind, and I come under this arm here like this. So I've actually got two arms up in side control, which is good for submissions too. I might decide, look, I won't worry about mounting now, I'll submit here. You know, there's a lot of things I can do here, we've gone through those. But just for the mount here, I keep nice and tight here. And now I put my knee up here like this. And my foot is on the back of Max's leg, tucked in, holding tight. So here, I actually lean forward and push back with my knee. So even if Max had his knees pointing toward the ceiling here, I'm pushing in, see? And my foot is still stuck behind his leg here, so he can't get half guard. I keep going through like this on his belly, tight, make sure my knees on the ground, and then 1, 2, 3, there's my mount. If I decide to go this way, more often than not, he'll catch that. Some people like to do this and go like this, which you can do, but technically it's not the correct way to do it. The reason why we do get 2 points in a competition for knee on the belly is because that's the correct pathway to mount, so they get rewarded by doing that. This here is a little bit risky. There are good ways of doing it, like tossing the legs this way is good with the carry them up. But there's the best way is with the knee on the belly. So once again, I'm here like this, he's defending. Now, when he's defending with his elbows like this, the last thing I want to do is mount on that. Even if I mounted on this here and I went like this is the perfect defense for Max. So it's very hard for me to stay here now. He can buck, he can push back. It's very difficult for me to stay in here. So I don't want to mount like this. It's not worth having. We're going to look later on at how to improve that if we do happen to be there. But if I have a choice, this is all I want to do. I want to get here, low, drive my knee under his elbow point. So when I turn Max this way, his elbow point comes out a little bit. That gives me a bit of a chance to get my knee hooked under there. When Max is facing this way, his elbow's in, so now I've got no chance of catching his elbow. This is why I'm turning him away a little bit from me like this. So his elbow point comes up, and then I connect to his ribs with my knee and slide my knee up. So there's one elbow out of the way. Keep my knee tight behind his butt, come under here like this. That's all I like to do. I like to hold here as well, but just here. And you keep this nice and tight so I can't pop his head out. Up comes my knee, here. And I keep driving my knee forward, pushing into his legs with my foot trapped behind the outside of his leg so he can't get half guard. Keep turning, and then 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's the dismount. And now I've arrived here, which is really, really good for submitting, compared to arriving with his elbows in. We're going to have a look now at what we can do if I happen to mount and Max does get his elbows in. How do I get his elbows up? So here he is. And as I said before, this is bad for me because this is ideal for Max. Ideal. A lot of people might say, oh, but he can choke here because he can't defend. There's no way I'm going to choke here because when I start going here, I'm going to get thrust forward. So it might look like an opportunity for choke, but it's not viable. So here I am. So the first thing if his elbows are inside here is I need to go back. So I just reach down like this here under his head, this hole here, and I go back here. I keep shuffling back here like this. I keep this leg here and I turn my legs over like this. So see how I'm getting a lot of outward movement here and hooking motion here. This is a nightmare. Now, did you happen to see what his arm's done? It's not in anymore. Because it's very hard for Max to keep that arm in. I come underneath here and walk this up. And I'm on the end of his elbow. I'm not in his arm because he's stronger here. See? Now I can't do it. So I go here. Walk it up. Walk it up. Walk it up. I cross my hands and change. I hold lapel. Then comes my knee. So now my knee is right up high. I've got Max's lapel here. Now pull that in. There's a lot of opportunities for submissions now. I'm going to go through those later on, but there's quite a few here. But this is just one way of getting up high. Here. So there we go. This is where I should have arrived if I had it mounted correctly in the first place. But now I've managed to do that with the incorrect mount. So have a look once again. Not too good for me here. In fact, I probably wouldn't even get 4 points in a competition here because I'd need to hold it for 3 to 4 seconds, and I don't think I could. If his elbow's in here, I'm going to get bumped off, so I'd probably win no points anyway. So it's pretty much useless. But if you are here, so you don't get bumped off, quickly go down. My legs go back. I turn my hips, so my knee, my right knee, touching his hip, and this is squeezing in, so I'm actually squeezing Max's hips. Can you feel it, Max? Squeezing here. I've hit this here like this one here. See, he's not looking to push it off now, because he can't put his feet on the ground and lunge up. With his arm here. Keep nice and tight here. Here. Under we go. I start to straighten up with all my weight. Now this hand comes underneath my right hand, look. And my thumb goes into his lapel. Hold tight and look at my left knee now. Right up here. This hand here might push my leg, it doesn't matter. Look, come underneath. And the right knee up. And there I am in a high mount.